Alright, so I don't normally do videos a whole hell of a lot, as anybody who's been watching me for any significant amount of time has seen. I don't go making videos every day, not even every week. I think the last one I did was maybe 3 weeks ago, a month ago. But I am going to I mean, since I have no monetary reason to do it, I mean, I get a check from YouTube or Google or whatever the fuck every several months. That should tell you, it's not a monthly thing like anybody who makes a living off YouTube. Um, I think I've gotten maybe like 6 checks since the time I became a YouTube partner, which was like maybe 2010 or some shit like that. I don't know. So, right. So since I have no monetary reason to do this, I figured I would do it for make videos now for learning purposes. Here's what's going on. Let me throw it out there into the universe, the E universe. Okay, and this part of the E universe, and see what comes back. See, okay, what are people's tips and tricks and blah 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 blah, as opposed to just reading about it. Because you read about something, and God knows when that shit was written. Uh, God knows when it was written, but it's there. What are the updated stuff? When people see a video like this, it's on the fly, and they can give their most up to date answers, the most updated program, updated drivers, updated BIOS, video BIOS, whatever the hell, audio BIOS. I wonder if there is an audio BIOS, like a BIOS for the audio card. Anyway, that's a bit of computer nerdage. Anyway, so you see the title of this video, and a little bit of, well, a bit of backstory. That's probably going to take too long. I also want to make my videos shorter as well. So, yeah. Even though it's not scripted. Intelligence in the workplace. Can you have any when you are at the bottom of the pyramid, or when you're at the lowest rung? And the reason I'm asking that right now is because as of late, I've noticed that the moment I display even the least little bit of intelligence, I get snapped at, I get talked at, talked at by, like, say, my boss and stuff like that. And I'm just like, does he not realize this or what? Okay, so without giving the names of anything, and in fact, I turned the shirt inside out because this is actually their shirt. Um, for example, there is this one girl there. I'm gonna like try to be as anonymous as possible with this, so nobody can kind of figure out anything. But there's this one girl there. When she is given like some orders or asked to do something, every 2 seconds she's always questioning stuff. She's always going, why, or this or that, or always more. Instead of like just go do the damn thing, you're sitting there questioning this and that. And I noticed that she never gets snapped at. She never gets talked at. They always constantly keep on answering her questions and do it in a very polite tone. There's a guy there that I have been told for the past 3 years and 2 months that I've been working at this place is the best, the best. Oh, he's one of the greatest. Okay. And yet, lying is a big problem in that place too, because I've caught my boss in numerous lies and accidentally went and outed him. Well, not outed him like everybody, but outed him in his lies while I was trying to deal with some other problem. It's like, okay, you told. I mean, I'm hearing this, and this, and I'm trying to match these people. I mean, I was hearing how this one guy that I'm talking about, that's supposedly the best, as well as the girl that I just talked about, were the best at doing certain things, right? And I'm there hearing that because he's like, well, your numbers are kind of slipping and this and that. I'm like, okay. And me believing it, right? Me believing it, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go try harder, do harder, blah, 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 blah. I talk to them, well, one of them, shit, and then the other one, he's pretty much just like, yeah, well, I just do this, just that. I'm like, well, that's what I do too, so what the hell, right? And then I go and basically go and look up in the system their stuff and their numbers, and I'm like, wait a minute, how the hell are they the best? Like, they're the fucking like. Okay, this one is not even on the list, and this person is always at the bottom of the list. And here it is. I do more in 1 hour than they seem to do in the entire 2 weeks. Like, how the hell? As far as like the numbers go, like what? Right? So I go and say this in like a very well, not say that, but like I'm like I don't understand how the hell I'm supposed to be better because I went and looked at this and this and that, this and that, this and that, and in showing what I did not realize at the time that I actually went and outed my boss in the lie that he told me because he's there telling me that they're the best and they're the number one, blah 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 blah, and then I'm there. Well, I pulled up the numbers from the system, and here it is. Like I don't know how the hell they're the best, and I'm here trying to get tips from them, but yet they are one is not on the list of the top 10, and the other one is at the bottom of the list, and they have been so for consistent months. Okay, um, how is that possible? How am I supposed to learn from them? Like, what am I supposed to learn from them? Okay. And the one person who was beating me, I go and look at his stuff too, and it's like, wait a minute, he's doing the same thing that you told me not to do when I first started. He goes and logs the exact same thing a million times to try to make his numbers look great. You told me not to do that, or else I'm fired if I do it one more time. But yet you're sitting here telling me how he's so great. And I'm like, I can do that too, but you told me not to, or else I'm fired. So how are you still holding this person up as the gold standard that I'm supposed to match, right? And I say that story because it's like rather than being the simple-minded person that just like, okay, it's my fault. Okay, let me go try hard. Let me go see how I do. I'm like, wait a minute. I am giving my most Olympic performance here, and I am doing the average of what can be done. Actually, the upper percentage of what can be done. That like I don't see anybody else doing more than this. Following the rules, all the different rules and all the different regulations, nobody else is doing more than this, but yet these two people are supposedly the best. I don't even see them anywhere. Okay, and then this one person is doing infinitely better than everybody else. Like everybody else averages 5, this person is averaging 80, and it's like, what the fuck is going on here? And then I go and look at it, and and then of course my boss like, this is an excellent analysis, and we'll talk blah 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 blah. So I'm like, okay, you just sat here and told me all this stuff. You see everything, and yet you're sitting here trying to get me to beat these things that are frankly unbeatable. Think of it as like somebody that's roided up to the hill versus somebody that's all natural. you know. Or it's like a Geo Metro versus, I don't know, a Veyron or something, or, like a little Cessna plane versus like a fucking Black Hawk jet, as far as speed. It makes no sense. That's just one example. There are numerous examples, but my point is, it seems like every single time I do not look, I mean, look, I know the stereotype that I am faced with. I have been facing it ever since grade school. I'm a big black dude. I am 6'6". Right now I'm 351 pounds, even though I've been losing a shitload of fat. I'm actually a lot skinnier if you notice, but yet my weight hasn't changed much. Much. I mean, people look at me and I can tell, I can just sense. How sometimes you can just sense it. I can just sense out of like the corner of my eye and the corner of my mind how they view me, especially by some of those body languages and just cues. You can just psychically sense it almost, right? I am supposed to be the big, simple-minded, big, dumb black motherfucker. Think of it as like that Indian dude from, what is it, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, if anybody's read that book or seen that movie. The big Indian dude who people think was deaf, but he actually was completely, I mean, he could hear just fine, right? Right? And I have faced that my entire grade school, well, my entire life, really, because I just got out of grade school like 10 years ago. So, right? People are expecting me to be the big dumb black motherfucker. Okay, that's it. Just the big, simple-minded. I mean, yeah, I don't talk like me. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, right, man? Right, right, my son. That kind of talk. Like, first of all, I don't talk like that. I mean, as you can clearly see in all my videos and this one as well. Eyelash. Shit. Um, so that should have tipped people off. The fact that every 2 seconds I'm always what also sort of tipped them off is that like every other week when I come in, it's like, oh man, how was your weekend? How was your weekend? The guys are telling me, I'm like, ah, well, I went here and played a little bit of chess and did this over here. I'm like, whoa, a little bit of chess, huh? Huh? When was the last time you heard some ghetto motherfucker playing a little bit of chess? So that should have tipped them off as well. Um, that didn't. So I know that's what people are expecting of me, right? And I always keep thinking to myself, like I keep telling people every single time I finally show that I'm not the dumbest motherfucker in here and that, I might actually know some shit, God forbid. It's like, I always keep saying, you know what, with the exception of the crying at the end and the fact that I don't lose, think Bane from Batman, not Lenny from Mice and Men. Okay? And people just don't get it. Just don't get it. So yeah, back to the main thing, just that whole backstory and context and stuff. Intelligence in the workplace. It seems to me, especially considering that I don't. I mean, like I don't have any degrees right now or anything like that, and all of that. I stopped school because I mean, if anybody's seen my college video, right? Um, Piece of paper degree is not worth the amount that they're asking for. Sorry, no. Um, so I really have nothing, but I have the experience and all this stuff. A new thing got launched. A new way of logging stuff got launched yesterday or day before, something like that. And of course, in certain aspects, it's better than the old system. But in one aspect, which is the main aspect that I need to get the numbers that I'm kind of getting, because I can prove that I am number one. Numbers supposedly don't lie, right? Well, the numbers show that I am number one consistently for months ever since the SSDs got finally installed into the machines. I have been number one, and the only times I wasn't number one was when I went on vacation, when this new client started that pretty much sucked up all my time, and when somebody else went on vacation and I was covering their angle of work on the shift as well as mine. Short of that, I have been number one, and here's the screenshots to prove it. It's not me just saying that. Uh, but this new thing got launched, and one thing that I was able to do, I moved the mouse, just click, 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 one, right, and I'm able to log the stuff, right? Again, I'm trying to be as anonymous as possible. Log what? Don't worry about it. Just logging stuff, all right? In this new system, what you have to do is you have to click something, an icon, like a screen pops up, and then you have to move the mouse and click something else. Well, this versus this, then this, click back the thing again, then go to the next one for like 100 tabs at a time. That takes time. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, why don't they just create hotkeys, just hotkeys to here. Okay. Or why don't they have the banner up like in the old system? Pretty much have the new functionality of the new system with the skin and the look of the old system, and you'd be fine. Okay. Also, great engineers getting paid God knows how much money, and yet they couldn't implement something as simple as that. Also, it seemed like they rushed to have this thing out so they can have a new product to attract more people. This thing is still in beta testing as far as I'm concerned, even though it's live. I learned this from C++ back in high school. You work the bugs out first so that the very first thing, from what I was told, you're supposed to work out all the bugs in your program, then release the first one, and then any updates are supposed to add functionality, not fix bugs, right? Now, as to how practical that might be, I don't know, but with that kind of aspiration, you should have quality, solid product ready. This thing is not ready. Way too many bugs that I'm finding, right? But one thing was just simply being able to move faster, right? And ultimately, I ended up finding out a way to do it. Well, not the keypad, but the hotkeys of programming the key, so I can just hold down, like, say, Control, press one button to bring up the thing, make the thing pop up, and then, like, see? Easy, all right? Simple, intelligent stuff like that, but what I've noticed is that every time I try to bring up intelligent things like that, and I try to, like, let it be known and say stuff like that, and stuff that helps productivity and helps improve performance, once again, I'm snapped at. You know, I'm snapped at. I'm talked at. They look at me like, stop complaining or something like that. I'm like, you asked for feedback, but then when I give you feedback, you're complaining. And here it is. I could have kept this to myself and just let you all suffer. But instead, I decided to be a team player and, tell you this. So intelligence in the workplace. Is it can you be intelligent in the workplace if you are at the bottom of the pyramid, if you're at the bottom wrong, if you are a pawn? Can a pawn be intelligent as, say, the knights and the bishops and the rooks and all of that, as all of the upper annal people? Okay? Or perhaps it's just me. Why would it be just me? Like, what is the problem? Well, you know, it's been a prevailing stereotype, and this place has not disproved that stereotype in the least bit. That, if you're the big tough dude with the whole bunch of muscles and stuff, and it's you probably don't have the best of intelligence. You're probably more simple-minded, right? Right. It's kind of like with the video games where you have the stats and you can raise the stats and stuff, and you're allocated to certain jobs, right? So the people that have high physical strength and maybe physical attack and physical defense maybe might not have that much high magic attack, magic defense. Like in this game that I'm playing or was playing called Shea, well, you had 6 stats: attack, defense, intelligence, wisdom, and then dexterity, which was speed, and then luck, right? And then attack and defense is physical, okay? Physical attack, strength. Physical defense, well, defense, okay? Magic attack was intelligence, INT. Magic defense was wisdom, WS. And then speed is a speed, and then luck was the opposite of speed. So, just they're opposites, right? Okay, and if you try to be the best at all of those, you end up not being the best at all of those because you don't have enough points. You end up being bad at all of them because you have like a baseline of all, but then you get beat by the people that have. I mean, like you have like 2 points in each of all 6 stats, but then you get beat by everybody that has 10 points in one stat. Like your level 2 strength doesn't beat level 10 strength, right? So you end up getting destroyed that way, right? So it appears that I have, and I mean, I'm trying not to be, not to try to blow my own horn here, but it appears that from what I'm seeing, I have too many stats, okay? Like, looking at me, just the moment you see me, it's like, whoa. First thing people are like, whoa, big ass dude, big ass, right? And so it's like, okay, he's big and all that, okay, but big ass head he has, but that brain is probably down here, just right, right. But then I start throwing off some intelligence, and then most people don't realize that as big as I am, like my physical thing, like the jock and all that shit, look of me, you know, is actually not the strongest part. It's the mental. I just happen to be in a body that doesn't match it. Like big ass dude is supposed to be dumb. The intelligent dude is supposed to be weak, frail, and sickly looking. Like the nerdy dude hunched over with the glasses and all the frames and spectacles, right? According to my calculations, affirmative, right? And doesn't quite work, at least not in my case. So I'm here in this nerd job where everybody else looks like that stereotype, minus this one dude, minus this one guy. This other guy, I'll leave his name out, but he also goes to the gym. He's not as big as me, but he is probably has a bit more definition than I do. Short of that, everybody there looks like the stereotype. They're either scrawny and sickly looking, or they're fat with like beer belly that can't even be sucked in, right? Right. And I'm the one dude that's looking like the dude that beat them up in high school, but here it is. I can hang with them when they start talking about certain intelligent things, right? Certain intelligent things. Other things like, say, social dynamics and like stuff you see here on YouTube, gender dynamics, other kind of stuff, maybe racial dynamics. I'm not even going to try with them because, yeah. Um, and I don't know. I don't know if that is the thing. It's like you're supposed to be the dumb dude that's simple-minded, that should just be happy he has a job. Keep down. I mean, there's a Japanese saying, "The nail that sticks out gets hammered down." Well, you know what? At first, I tried to be like everybody else, just saying that didn't work. Then I'm like, you know what? There's also another saying: the squeaky wheel gets the grease and all that. Okay, so I tried to be the intelligent person. That sure as hell didn't work. And also trying to be the nail that's sitting below all the other nails, right? The opposite of sticking out, right? All the other nails are here and I'm down here. That also didn't work because then it's like you need to meet standard. Now, of course, you people are probably thinking, okay, it's just time for you to get another fucking job, right? Like if your intelligence is going down, it's just time for you to get another job. Well, you know what? It should be quite obvious that it's not easy to get jobs in today's day and age, right? Um, Although I am looking and I am also studying up on different things, getting certs and stuff to make it easier. But it's not exactly the easiest thing to do. So, intelligence in the workplace. Why is it that I don't know if it's intelligence in general is shunned because what? Maybe you're trying to take people's jobs or something, or whatever. I'm not trying to take anybody's job in that place. Trust me. I do not want. No, I don't want anybody's job in that place. Or is it you feel intimidated, like, oh my god, this guy looks how I want it to look, and he's also intelligent or something, and whatever. I mean, I don't know what it is. And honestly, I'm tired of trying to figure it out. Like I do. I am not trying to sound like the arrogant dude that's like, oh, you think you're so great, man. What the hell makes you think they're probably making more money than you? Okay, fine, you're making more money than me, so what the hell is the problem? Why do you feel the need to snap at me, but yet here it is, you go and give this bitch a direct order, and she's there questioning you, and not only do you not just say something like, because I said so, now go do it, or some shit like that, but you're there answering her questions in the most polite tone. Yet here it is, I'm giving you feedback, which you all asked for, on your new product, which is not. I wouldn't give you business if this is the product you're showing me that's going to handle my concerns. Put it to you like that. And yet you're snapping at me simply because I tried to show it to you. I'm there trying to show you this problem I have that's no doubt going to affect my numbers, right? Especially considering that the reporting system seems to be having bugs as well, reporting stuff that's not there, reporting stuff taking longer. It's like, this thing was 0 while you were talking. In 3 minutes, it's saying that there are 10,000 things to be processed here, and it's been sitting there for over a day. When you came in here, it was 0. So that alone is a problem. Because you just came in here to bitch at us about how stuff has been sitting here for this long. Yet you saw it zeroed out just now when you came in. 3 minutes later, it's saying over a day old, and there's like 10,000 something in there. And I'm sitting here pointing this out, and I'm hearing, instead of, okay, thank you, write all this down and let me know, I'm still hearing, don't worry about that, just do the feeds. I'm like, I've been doing, it's a 12-hour shift. I've been doing the feeds for the past 7 fucking hours. I don't need you to tell me that. What I need is for your shit to work properly so I can give you the numbers that you're bitching at me to get. Which I am in fact getting, unlike everybody else. Again, number one, I have the screenshots to prove it. It's not me talking. Well, I mean, hell, I looked up this. I heard that there was bad communication in this place from the day that I started. Like, well, 3 days after I started, which was 3 years and 2 months ago. I heard it from 2 different people who have long since moved on from there. I go and look up the place where I work online, and it appears that it's bad communication is just all throughout the entire organization. It's not just even in that one place. But my thing is, do you not want intelligence? Is that it? Do you not want intelligence in the workplace, or do you not want it from black people, or do you not want it from men, or do you not want it from straight guys, or do you not want it from guys that look like they should be a bouncer or something, or do you not want it from guys that are just so far down? Like it seems like intelligence and being smart and using your brain rather than being a human automated robot is looked down on. It's one of the things that I was actually going to make a separate video about this. It's one of those things that I kept hearing. Actually, I might still make a separate video about this. Don't think about it too much. I'm like, how the fuck is anything supposed to run like that? The world or any business, don't think about it too much. I even heard that from one of the dudes when I was like, "Wait, how is this supposed to work? How is this possible?" He's like, "Man, just don't think about it too much. Just do this, and you'll be." And this is one of the new guys. This is one that, well, I think he worked there before, and then he left, and then he came back or some shit. And I'm like, what the fuck kind of imbecilic shit is that? Like, don't think about it too much. Like, I'm like, oh shit. How does anything last? If you can't use intelligence, use your brain and think about stuff, and then have stuff actually like this is a problem. Like this isn't just me seeing things that aren't there. Like, this can lead to a very bad problem if it stays. Like, so why in the hell? Like what? Don't think about it too much. You're overthinking. You're overthinking it. How is that ever able to be said about anything? You're overthinking it. The people that think are the ones that are able to come up with stuff and able to see problems rather than have catastrophes happen when you need shit running properly. They can see it. Like, I don't understand it. But that's what I wanted to ask. Just is intelligence looked down on in the workplace or something? I mean, I wouldn't even say intelligence. It's just fucking thinking. Just, this is common stuff that is like, how the hell did you not think about this? Like, I don't know. So with that, I mean, this is pretty much the end of the video. But like, I've pretty much reached the point where I'm like, look, I'm just here for a paycheck. I'm just going to do the minimum amount to not get fired. Whatever. Because when I try to be intelligent, like, I mean, hell, there's this other guy. He's the kind of guy that just has to give a comment for everything. Like, the boss says this, and he's like, "Oh, well, yeah, that's a good idea." Mm-hmm. Oh, and the boss says, "Right, right, because this is right," and that's gonna. And I'm like, can you just shut up and just let the dude talk? Like, just let him talk so he can get out of here. Like, I'm sitting there being quiet. You got one girl over here that's always questioning stuff. It's like, why? Oh, can he do it? You got this dude over here always giving extra. Um, what is it? I want to say supportive, like co-signing or supportive, like that's right, Jim, that's right, man, that's right, Bob, you're correct, Jim. Like, and then you have one dude over here who, as long as I've been working there, they're telling me he's the best. Yeah, he's been there a long time. I think he just passed his 10-year mark or something, like last week or something. Got a plaque, right? But yet the boss catches it. Interestingly enough, with that, the same guy that they're telling me is the best in there, the absolute best, boss caught him asleep. Just told him, "Man, you gotta stay. I mean, you gotta wake up," and then walked off. Nothing. That's it. All right. Sees him religiously on YouTube and on his phone playing games. Right. And I'm guessing either he knows somebody in there or just he's been here so long that he can, I don't know, tenure or something or whatever. I don't know. As far as like with teachers and tenure, like he can't be fired or some shit like that, right? And it's so bad that not only my boss, but my boss's boss's boss came in with the whole crew because all the new stuff that we're doing now. Saw him. And well, he's still working there, so either A, they didn't say anything to him, right? And he's just a regular employee. Like, he's not even a lead. He's not whatever. He's just been there a long time, but he's just a regular, just like me. He has the exact same title as me. He's been there 10 years. I've been there 3 years and 2 months. Same title after 10 years, doing the same shit as me after 10 years, right? The same shit as the new guys who started 2 to 3 weeks ago, right? Boss's boss came in, saw all of that, didn't say anything to him, and I'm guessing didn't say anything to them either because either he did and they're not doing anything about it, or he didn't, and it's like, how the fuck does this guy have any kind of power in this place, being no higher than me? Bad enough he comes in there looking like he's homeless off the streets, but then again, so so does a couple of other people in there, even when the higher ups came, right? You know, uh, I don't understand it. And so this is where you all come in out there. For anybody who's still with this video even now, this is where you all come in, and this is where I now use YouTube to throw stuff out there and see what comes back, see people's thoughts and perceptions and what they believe and what they think, based off their either experience and here's what they did, or maybe they're a hell of a lot older than me and it's like, well, here's the wisdom of what should happen. Like, it looks like intelligence in the workplace is frowned upon. You are to be dumb, especially dumber than I, the person above you. I don't want you looking better than me. I don't want you being better than me. I don't, well, obviously, because then you might take their job. Who knows? But if you're ever wondering, some people don't work hard, they just do the minimum needed. I'm starting to see now why. I'm really starting to see why now. And I'm just like, is this really what the workplace is? Where like even basic intelligence or basic, just trying to help out is looked down upon. Just do your work and don't complain and take this thing even though you're asking for the feedback. So what should I do? Like, or well, yeah, get another job or do your own stuff. Yeah, okay, I understand that, but as far as all the other people that have gone through some stuff like this, like to think I'm not the only one. Um, or people that are older that are like, man, I remember that shit from back in 19 diggity 2. It's no different, just young people going through the same shit us older asses went through. Here's what you do. Fuck it. Just take the paycheck. Don't do more. And anything that you find out that makes your job easier, keep it to yourself. Let the rest of them suffer. Blah, 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 blah. And then when you're ready to leave, it's like, oh no, you're the best person here. Don't leave, don't leave, don't leave. We'll give you more money. Okay, well, whatever the fuck. What do you all, what wisdom do you all wish to give this lowly soul here in his little cabin in the woods of YouTube? Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. Intelligence in the workplace. Don't be intelligent. Just be a robot. Just keep your head down and don't try to be. Don't do that. Or find somewhere else that will welcome your intelligence and not snap at you for simply pointing stuff out. Or what? Like, what say all of you people out there, based off your experience and your knowledge and what you've learned? What you've learned. That's it.